Welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to support my daily Eternal Magic offerings while getting amazing perks like the BoshNRoll Discord community, have me play your deck on the channel, or listen sideboard guides before tournaments, check out the Patreon or YouTube membership program. This channel is possible because of these amazing sponsors. Check them out, all their links are in the video description. As always, thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic. Welcome back for another BoshNRoll video. Today I'm playing Modern, and at the request of Patreon subscriber Toast Malone, this is Izzet Phoenix. Izzet Phoenix is, of course, the Arclight Phoenix kind of tempo control deck. Kind of feels like a combo deck sometimes. Popular in Pioneer. This dominated Modern for a while. It is the reason, or one of the reasons, Faithless Looting is banned. Even during Hogak Summer, Izzet Phoenix was keeping up with the busted Hogak deck, which is one of the most broken Modern decks in the history of the format. Losing Faithless Looting certainly took some heat out of this, but people still try to make it work, and Toast Malone and a friend of his visited it when Preordain got unbanned kind of recently. More cantrips, more card selection. That's really what Arclight Phoenix wants. You want to cast lots of spells in a turn and make sure that there's some Phoenixes in your graveyard once you get there. Otherworldly Gaze. Hard to call this a new card at this point. It's a couple years old, but it was not in the old version of Arclight Phoenix. It didn't need to be, but 1 blue, Surveil 3, flashback 1 and a blue. This can put Phoenix directly into your graveyard while providing some card selection. It is card negative. If you cast it from your hand, you spend a magic card to look at your top 3 cards, and it's not Ponder, it's not Consider, it doesn't replace itself. But it is just kind of card neutral free selection from the graveyard. Flashback 1 and a blue. It's a nice thing to mill into or consider over, or discard Fable of the Mirror Breaker, or Surveil with Dragon's Rage Channeler, discard with Ledger Shredder. You can see how this deck would come together. Lots of 1 mana blue selection, and a lot of it puts the Phoenixes where you want it. Ledger Shredder and Fable can move a Phoenix from your hand to the graveyard where you need it. Lightning Axe can discard a Phoenix. And that's pretty much the whole deck. We got 4 Lightning Bolts. We got 2 Lightning Axes. Kind of Izzet Murktide game plan. Here's the Murktide right here. Turns out dumping all these cards in your graveyard trying to dig for Arclight Phoenix also fuels Murktide pretty well. There's no actual counterspell in this deck. There's 1 Spell Pierce in the main and then a couple more soft counters in the sideboard. That is the big difference between this and Izzet Murktide. This one is trying to get in there with damage. It does attack a little harder, a little faster, a little more consistently than Izzet Murktide does. But it also doesn't defend itself quite as well. The classic explosiveness versus consistency question in deck building. And this one has leaned into explosiveness. You know what it is. This is Arclight Phoenix. Let's get into it. On the play in round 1, 1 lander with Preordain. Rocket. I'm going to lead on Dragon's Rage Channeler, though. Start putting the hurt on him. Let's just seize more cards every time I cantrip. We've got a Verdant Catacombs from the opponent for Blood Crypt. And Fury. Okay. We're actually in trouble if they scam this, because 4/4 Double Strike is bigger than most of my removal. Great. Okay. With a Wicked Roll on it, even. Alright. Well, gotta draw a Lightning Axe pretty quick here. Draw for turn, Spell Pierce. Sure. Preordain. Bottoming all of these cards that aren't Lightning Axe, and Gutshot actually finishes this off next turn, but yikes, this is going to be a big hit in the meantime. Sheesh. Well, that card blanks my whole deck too. Okay, this is a very good start from a matchup that is well suited to be bashing us. Okay, I found my land. What does this do? Deck genuinely doesn't do anything with Dauthi Voidwalker in play, but I'm dead very quickly to the Fury. I think I'm going to bolt the Voidwalker and try to find that Lightning Axe. I am dead next turn. Another 8 damage, and they're passing the turn. I imagine I have to fetch here and get a land into play tapped so it doesn't kill me. And I get 4 looks to find, or I get 1 look to find Lightning Axe. Or now I get 2. Okay, Expressive Iteration sees 3 cards, which is not... I would need to find Lightning Axe and red source that doesn't kill me. So fetch land's out, which means I think I have to Preordain here and just hope that I find the 2 of that I'm looking for. Bottom Consider, bottom Otherworldly Gaze, and I can put Murktide Regent between me and this Fury. I'm at 2. Just sent straight to the Shadow Realm by a Lightning Bolt at any point, a dashed Ragavan. I'm now at exactly insufficient life. Yep, Terminate will do it too. All right. Woof. That's the scam life, folks. Subtlety's good against scam. Stone of Eric, not a card I've ever played with before. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile instead. That sounds good. And sack this, exile target player's graveyard, draw a card. Okay, those words sound pretty good to me. Sweeper looks good. Flusterstorm, Dress Down. And Dress Down's awkward against scam because then they just get the card. Unlicensed Hearse, for sure. They don't even have to scam. Like, they don't get the 4 damage or the discard off Grief or Fury, but then they don't have to do the scam thing either. Stern Scolding counters most of the things in this deck that aren't Fury. Bowmaster, Voidwalker, Ragavan, etc. Grief. Chalice of the Void, probably. No. Look at all the 1-drops in my deck. Even if it is bad for them, it's worse for me. Okay. This one of Mishra's Bauble can probably chill. It's kind of a random card to be in the deck. And Lightning Axe, very important. It's what I was looking for. Gutshot kills Ragavans. And nothing else. It is an important card, though. I think I probably have to back off of Otherworldly Gaze. I'm kind of slowing down into a more controlling deck, and Otherworldly Gaze being worth 0 actual cards in a matchup where frequently just having 1 card at the correct time is life or death. Okay, I'm going in like this. I will keep this hand, and I am once again going to lead on Dragon's Rage Channeler, and I'm going to pass the turn. And if they scam another Fury, whatever. My hand doesn't beat that anyway, but by waiting, I play into Grief. Let's see if we get got twice. Blackcleave Cliffs, pass. There we go. I'm going to fetch for basic island first and start with a Preordain. See where we get on these delirium counts. Land of the graveyard. Preordain found a Consider and a Spire Bluff Canal. Bottom the Canal, top the Consider. And I'm just going to attack for 1 here. Rather than trying to Consider and just go crazy hitting Delirium, maybe, which is even pretty unlikely, especially with the 1 of Bauble out of my deck. Now I can bolt a thing or dig a little bit, depending on what they want to do here. Grief, exiling Fatal Push. And they have to take Lightning Bolt first, if their plan is to scam here. Exiling Fatal Push is spooky, because that could have killed my creature, so they either don't care about this or have other answers for it. Going after Murktide, interesting. Okay, end step, Consider. I'm getting Bowmastered, right. Yep, that's a card in their deck. Good job, me. Firebluff Canal to the graveyard. Ledger Shredder on top. The Bowmaster pings here, but then I get to... Oh, that's actually really annoying, because if I want to connive, then I can't. Or then they get an extra trigger. I think I do want to connive. And I am playing around Blood Moon. Okay, they'll get the extra ping here, but the card selection matters. I'm going to discard this Manamorphose. Okay, they've got a 3-3, I've got a 2-4. I'm in trouble to Fury. Yeah, timing that Consider straight into there, 2 open Bowmaster mana was pretty bad. If I block here, I lose Ledger Shredder to another Bowmaster. I'll just take the 3. You've got a Fable. I've got a Steam Vents, which guarantees I can double spell this turn. Manamorphose, Dragon's Rage Channeler. How do I stack this so it's useful? There are 4 card types in my graveyard. I can just go top, Manamorphose, loot away the Steam Vents, draw the Channeler, then it's a 3-3. And Shredder's not any bigger though. I could just get rid of the Channeler, put the Manamorphose on top, and then I get just raw looks. Discard Preordain. Manamorphose makes red-blue. Otawara. That might actually be useful to me as Otawara, so I will take the 2 to play Fable. And I think I'm on defense here. I am 21 cards into my deck without seeing a Phoenix. That's unfortunate. I would really like some free recursive material on this board right now. Please and thank you. Conniving is not optional, by the way. If they have Bowmaster plus another spell, I have to draw a card. Ugh, I hate this attack. And Bowmaster still just kills my Ledger Shredder. Can I go to 5, though? Yeah, I think I can. Gonna have to. This Otawara keeps me from getting blown out by this next turn. Cool. Played around it. They have a gigantic creature. Subtlety. Nice of you to show up. Do I want to use this ability? I think no. I think I actually just need both of these cards in my hand. Okay, I'm going to keep both these cards in my hand and pass the turn. I can block Fury and Otawara the Orc. One card in their hand. Okay, no plays. Cool. End step, Otawara the Orc. So if they start copying Furies, that's just as bad. I hate that they are winning without having to do anything. That hardly seems fair at all. I might have to Otawara Reflection of Geeky Jeeky. Or no. If I target the Fury, I can Subtlety it on the way back in. Then they don't have it. Okay, I'll try this. And this is a 0/0 at base stats, so copying it's pretty bad. Then I get a Fable here. I'm going to keep the Scalding Tarn in my hand because I have the Shredder here. I would like to cast 2 spells at some point in my life. Takanuma, channeled in the end step. They have a choice between Voidwalker and Bowmaster, and they got Bowmaster. Okay. We know their whole hand right now, except for what they just drew. Yeah, they tried to play around this by getting a different creature. This is a temporary stopgap, though Reflection copying Subtlety is pretty sick. It is not a temporary stopgap, it's actually quite the stopgap. And they just shuffled away the Bowmaster. What is this? Backup Bowmaster. Hate that for me. Ooh, discard Phoenix. We got there. We did it. I don't even know if this is good. Yeah, they get to clear my Reflection, and then Fury shows up next turn. Ugh. That was a really good Takanuma. If they attack, I double block. No attack. Cool. Okay, how do I even win this? I mean, that's probably a start. Though Fury plus copy Fury still kills this. Okay, 4, 7. I can make an 8/8 here. It's not convinced it's good. Not convinced it's good enough. If they have a mana source, they can Fury plus copy Fury. Alright, I guess I just have to cast my spell then. Here is Murktide Regent. And do I have any attacks? Subtlety. I have to get some damage through. Just somewhere, somehow. They've decided to cast the Fury. There was a long tank. It makes me think they don't have the land. Alright, they're killing Subtlety and putting 1 on Ledger Shredder. They don't have attacks here. Oh, wow. They are very close to dead here. I have them at 1. Come on, Lightning Bolt. Cantrip, something. Make it happen. Oh no, we got so close. We tried so hard and got so far. And now we're facing down doubled Furies. Guess I'm still holding. I'm not sure if I'm dead on board. Just can't afford to. I mean, all I could do is hold myself back. If I attack with anything, I'm definitely dead on board. Yeah, Lightning Bolt, another Murktide, most cantrips. There were a lot of good draws there. Okay, putting 4 on that Murktide, that means that anything I block with, it dies. Oh, they have 3 lethal attackers and I have 2 blockers. Yeah, okay. I understand. Yep, dead. Okay, I mean, that got pretty interesting at the very end, and if I had sequenced my Consider better when they only had 1 mana available, I was expecting them to scam that turn, and then when they didn't, my brain just kind of shut off, and with 1 extra point, if that Dragon's Rage Channeler didn't just die for no reason, and I didn't take 1 extra damage, and their Orc army wasn't 1 point bigger this whole time, maybe I win this race. Tough matchup, very good deck, and that lines up well, specifically against us, and also it just came down to some razor-thin decision-making on my part. And that's good Magic, even though we got crushed. On to the next round.
This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online.
Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and everything else you'll see on this channel. There's multiple customizations so you can interact with your deck how you want. Views such as text, grid, or stacks, and groupings like type, subtype, color, color identity, even artist. The site offers light mode, dark mode, and so much more. However you want to see your deck, Moxfield can provide it for you. Follow my Moxfield to keep up with the channel and what I'm playing in paper. I'll see you there. On the play in round 2, I am going to keep this hand. It has 2 Phoenixes in hand. I need a Shredder or a Fable to really go off here, but you can also just cast these for 4 mana. There's flavor text on this, and it's in the top right corner. But this is why Faithless Looting was such a banger for this deck. You ever just draw 4 for 1? Sacred Foundry. Alright, looks like Burn, probably. A Gobblerino. Okay. Goblin Guide showed Lightning Bolt. Okay. Well, that's a spell I can cast. That kills the Goblin Guide. I'm going to play Otawara and Preordain. I would like to see more cards and not take damage for the pleasure. I'll keep Consider on top, and then Scalding Tar and Consider top. I'm going to attack. My opponent will attack. I'll draw a land, then I'll bolt the guide. That's my plan anyway. We'll see if it works out that way. I wonder if there is anything clever for them to do here. They know I have Lightning Bolt. They know I can go Goblin Guide. They know I just set up the top of my deck. They could kind of deny me a card draw by not attacking, but if they do that, then I just Consider and see a bunch of cards, and I still have Bolt in my hand. I'm not a Burn player. There might be something really interesting to be done here, but also maybe not. I'm reminded of a Legacy tournament I played once where I was on Miracles versus Burn, and I cast a Brainstorm on my turn, and the player did not attack with Goblin Guide because he knew I had stacked a land on top, or at least suspected it. Then I won the game at 2 life. Okay, Goblin Guide drew me a land, and Goblin Guide showed a Otherworldly Gaze. Cool. That's a card I'm happy to throw straight in my graveyard. Surveil it to the graveyard. Kill this goblin. Still taking damage, but we're making progress. Do I want to Consider in my upkeep? Do I want to Gaze in my upkeep? I think I just want to draw. Nice. Rewarded for the draw. Ledger Shredder, get in, fetch a basic, Consider, sees infinite cards here, puts a Phoenix in the graveyard. Loot, Phoenix, Surveil, Key Manamorphose on top, Consider. I'd still like that card on top of my deck. Now I have to fight, but I think it's fine. I could have done that second main if I was worried about leaving back blockers, but once you have a bigger creature than Burn, it's really important to get them dead before their spells go off. They also missed their land drop last turn. And I have a 2/4. Yeah, that's what I thought. 2/4s are unbeatable. Spell Pierce, Flusterstorm, Stern Scolding. I like all of these. Brotherhood's End I like. I don't think I bring in Chalice. And I have Interaction. Gutshot kind of bad here. I like Bolts. I like Axes. Mishra's Bauble, kind of dangerous against the deck with Roiling Vortex. Love Murktide, love Fable, love Phoenix. Uh-oh, I like all my cards now. I think once again, Otherworldly Gaze, a tough one. I just really hate how that card does not replace itself unless you hit a Phoenix on your Surveil 3, and even then it only kind of replaces itself. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. No removal, but a lot of card selection, and I have the Fable that can get rid of the Phoenix, and let's hope this goes somewhere. Opponent's on 6, so we already gained 3 life. And suspended a Rift Bolt. Okie dokie. Otherworldly Gaze. Well, there's that card. Like it or not, there it is. And I gotta tell you, I don't think I like it. I guess in some mid-game situation where you need another spell, the flashback is probably worth something that I haven't fully considered yet. I'm just trying to imagine this being better than, like, Opt. It sees more cards. It doesn't always put them where you want them. Really, Phoenix is the only card you want in your graveyard. Turbo Murktide is a thing, though. I don't know. We will figure this out later. Rest in peace. Yuck. Okay. Well, hard mode activated, and Otherworldly Gaze now completely unplayable. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Put it into the graveyard. And I drew Steam Vents. Okay. What am I else to this? Like nothing. Otawara. Hardcast Phoenixes, I guess. But that Stern Scolding actually rules. I'm going to play this Steam Vents tap from my hand. and pass the turn. I'm going to work my way up, consider into Arclight Phoenix. Consider, well, I'll keep it. And casting these things is the plan now. Ledger Shredder, hello. Imagine how good this hand would be without Rest in Peace in play. Obviously, like, that's what they did. That's what they kept their hand to do, but still. Just imagine. Because this is the nuts. We're here. We're doing it. And they're casting some spells. 3 cards left in the hand. Bolt in the end step. Searing Blaze. Brutal. A Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Yes, I would like to discard at least Otherworldly Gaze. Probably Lightning Axe can afford to go here. Their giant creature count, not exactly threatening. And I think I'm going to play my other Fable and hold up Flusterstorm or Stern Scolding and just get my Phoenixes rocking the turn after. Roiling Vortex. Well, can't counter that one with any of the things that I have. And I'm going to fetch for a Steam Vents in the end step. I was going to get a basic, but now it doesn't matter. Oh, got me. Cool. Oh, that was 3 I probably didn't need to take. Preordain. Do I want to discard cards? Might as well discard Preordain. Or no. I'm actually not going to discard anything here. Yeah, I thought I was going to, then I changed my mind. I have Ledger Shredder, Preordain, and a soft counter. This probably represents more damage than Arclight Phoenix does. Spell Pierce, Flusterstorm, Stern Scolding. I'm going to discard one of these Phoenixes. Brotherhood's End, we're past that. This is turn 5. I am going to keep the land. I get a treasure on the attack, but I think having access to 2 things here is relevant. They are taking damage from their own Roiling Vortex in slow numbers. And I can Splinter Twin them in the next end step if I'm still alive. That Lightning Bolt's going to haunt me, though. That fetch where I was like, I'll just get Steam Vents, it doesn't matter. I could have just committed to the basic untapped. I'm never taking 3 from that. Oh. Nice. Rest in Peace. I'm going to counter this. Sick. Love to see it. Okay, can I inflict 17 damage to them before they inflict 5 to me? It's going to be close. If I attack with Shredder and Goblin, they go to 13. They go to 12 from Roiling Vortex. Then in their end step, Reflection can copy Reflection, which can copy Reflection. And then I can untap with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 2s in play. That's enough. All right, Splinter Twin ready to go. I have 1 soft counter. They have 3 mana. Lightning Bolt doesn't kill me. Boros Charm does kill me, but they need a land to go with it. This I don't care about. Yeah, that's fine. Resolves. I can deal with this in a variety of ways. End step. Reflection, copy, Reflection. Reflection, copy, Reflection. And we're just going to Splinter Twin them out here. And I still have Spell Pierce up. They have 1 card in hand. Cool. All right. Outmuscled a Rest in Peace. Feels good. They definitely needed that, though. I had everything on the Phoenix line. On to the next round. The Command Tower software by Eminence Gaming is perfect for hosting TCG events. It features easy-to-create event registration for 1v1 and 4-player Swiss structured tournaments. Event management has never been so simple, and it's web-based, so there's no download required. Get access for just $5 at eminence.event/subscribe. I'm on the draw in round 3. It's a 1-lander, but it sees a lot of cards. I'm going to keep it. A Bloodstained Mire, my arch nemesis. I'm ready for Ragavan, though. Shoot it right in the guts. I'm not ready for a Scammed Fury. Oh, I do have the Lightning Axe. I could find my way out of this. I believe this is Andrew Ellenbogen's doing, by the way. A couple weeks ago, there was discourse on Twitter where somebody screenshotted a hand of Modern Scam, and they were like, what's the play? And it could, like, scam a Fury, it could play Ragavan, it could hold up Bolt. It just could do basically everything that the deck can do. And Pro Tour champion Andrew Ellenbogen was like, I just scam Fury. That kills most people. Over, like, turn 1 Ragavan on the play and whatever. And this has happened to me twice in this league, so let's see if he was right. If I draw the mountain, we're just cooking. If not, I got some work to do. I'm going to bobble them. Give me a little more information to make decisions with my Preordain. There's a swamp coming for them. Preordain. I'm going to bottom, actually, this land and this Dragon's Rage Chandler. I just need a red source, and we're stable. And I am having a bad time if we don't find it. Didn't find it on the Preordain, did find it on that. Okay. If I get Thoughtseize right now and they strip the axe, that's tough. I kind of hope they dash rag here. I'm ready for that. Nope, just a tapped Blood Crypt. Okay. I'm taking 8. And they can rescam this thing. So I gotta respect open black mana, Spire Bluff Canal, and I'm gonna pass. There's the swamp we knew about. Okay, so they're gonna attack. I'm gonna consider first, because if I find a Phoenix, I would like to discard that. Hey, we did it. Lightning Axe. Additional cost of discard a card, lose the Phoenix. 5 to the Fury. I fully expect it to get rescammed here, but at least it's gone. For now. Temporarily gone. Okay. This one is Undying Malice. It'll be back with a +1 counter, and I lose 1 from the Wicked Aura. I can play Murktide here, which is bigger than this thing. If I draw a red source, I can bolt... Oh, I can just bolt Gutshot it without a red source. Okay. Yeah, Gutshot's free. That's how that card works. Another Phoenix. If I EI into a red source, I can bolt Gutshot, return a Phoenix. I could also just play Murktide and put it in front of this thing. How many untapped red sources do I play? 1, 2, 3, 7, 11, 15. I play 15 of those. One of them's already gone. There's 14 hits in my deck, 3 looks. 14 times 3 is 42. I have 46 cards in my deck. If I play Murktide, I just get smushed by Terminate. Oh, this is so tempting to cast the Expressive Iteration. I'm so close to doing everything here. I guess I will play it safe. Or cowardly. You can choose. But I do have 4 damage on there, 4/4. Should I be so inclined? They're holding up Bowmaster mana too. It just sucks ass. But if they Bowmaster in the end step, Fury's dead and it's not scammable because they have no mana. I did think about that for a long time. They should imagine I have something. Okay, they just passed. Okay, here we go. Maybe the upkeep was the correct time to do this. Now they have an extra draw that could be a scam spell that I just gave them, that I didn't need to give them. Okay, Fury's in the graveyard. And they have a Fable. Okay, Fable, 1 card in your hand. I'm just putting Murktide Region into play here. Large as possible. They'll need a Terminate to defeat this. Much bigger than Fury. They don't have enough cards to scam a Fury and deal 8. Discarded Not Dead at all, or Not Dead after all, and Fable. They're drawing wild here. Dauthi Voidwalker. Little late to the party, I think. So giving this deck an EI sucks. I'm going to do it anyway. Let's cast some spells. Fable to my hand. Bottom Scalding Tarn, exile Scalding Tarn. Play Tarn. If I fetch, I'm at 8, 3. I'm just going to attack. They're dead next turn. Maybe I wasn't supposed to give them that EI. Now they have more ways to dig out of this. Okay, Fable flips. If they cast EI, then they don't have Voidwalker anymore. But that's 3 looks at Terminate. Yeah, I think I was supposed to just not cast EI. Okay, they're going for combat. That's actually way scarier. They can cast Fury with the mana they have. That does not win them the game. They'd need a Flying Blocker, a Terminate, something of the sort. There's a Phoenix for me. And I'm just going to attack. I don't have counter spells I can dig for. We will find out right now. Who's dead? Okay, good. It's you. Nice. All right, yeah, they just didn't have anything. Here's this now. That's the difference between scam when you don't kill the Fury and scam when you do. We've seen both sides of that. I dealt with that 5/5 or 4/4 Fury twice that game. Feels good. I'm boarding out all the otherworldly gazes and the Mishra's Bauble. I'm bringing in these graveyard hate sweepers and soft counters that might be relevant. I don't remember what I did in round 1. I have 5 cards out, 6 cards in. I like all the other cards in my deck. Gutshot's good against exactly Ragavan and nothing else. That is an important card. Alright, whatever. No Gutshot. Let's party. I could see a reason to board out Phoenix, because they're a deck with graveyard hate. This hand's kinda stinky. I like that it's not going to get mooned, but It just doesn't do anything. I'm going to mulligan. Oh, no. The 6 red cards basic island strategy. We're not going to get there on this. Shame, this hand is insane with the Steam Vents. I'm going to mulligan this one as well. Okay, 2 lands and spells to cast. Bottom Phoenix, bottom Metamorphose. Let's go. Leyline of the Void, actual factual. Interesting. So they're on 6-2. Or they're on 5-2. My goodness. And they are going in on this Scammed Fury again. The Ellenbogen special. It is, in fact, not dead after all. They're going to get in for 8 with this. I can double bolt it on the following turn. That is a lot of damage. It's not a game ender, though. If they have Thoughtseize next turn, it is a game ender. Okay, passing the turn. I have double bolt available if they don't disrupt my hand. If they have another scam spell, I have to deal with this thing again, which I don't know that I'll be able to do here. And they did not make a play, which makes me nervous. That makes me think they still have another scam spell. Spirebluff Canal's looking good. Okay, I'm going to go in their upkeep here. Use my lessons from last time. This is 1 fewer draw step that could result in a scam spell. I take 1 from the Wicked roll regardless. Yep, Feign Death. This one, yes, it does. They all get bigger. That is how all these cards work. I don't think they have to play the ones that don't make them bigger anymore. There's just enough options of this. Okay, Fury's back. A momentary reprieve. I'd love to draw a Preordain here and just do work with Ledger Shredder. Okay, if they Fatal Push, I get to Connive. Don't really need to do that, but I hope they do. I am in some trouble, it's safe to say. Not going to block. Trust the process here. Come on, spell. Hey! This is exactly enough to kill this thing and Spell Pierce a potential rescam of it. Alright, Ledger Shredder attacking. Hope that their hand is not 2 scam spells. Or End Step Bowmaster, no! I guess I shouldn't have attacked. Alright, whatever. Okay. I needed to get a little lucky there. I guess I could have played around Bowmaster, but at 2 life, that's not even necessarily true, because they can force a Connive eventually, and then I'm at 1, I'm dead. Alright. Gutshot, Bowmaster and Ragavan, not just Ragavan. What is my other cut? It might be a Phoenix. Yeah, now especially since I've seen actual Leyline of the Void. On the play, Flusterstorm stops a Scammed Fury. Doesn't stop a Scammed Grief. Yeah, I'm not going to go too deep on that. This is my plan. Oof. I will keep. This one can Spell Pierce on 1 or Consider. I don't have to commit to anything. Opponents on 6, they did not Leyline me. Please fire a Fury in. Please don't fire a Grief in. Though, with Lightning Bolt and Spell Pierce, I have Grief covered. Ragavan, that card is in your deck. I wasn't sure. I'm going to Consider in the end step. I would really like to land number 2 to do multiple things. Consider. Milling a Consider, drawing a Subtlety. Can I have a land? Got there. There's 2 card types in my graveyard. DRC, Preordain would make 3. And then Subtlety would make 4 if they try to do some scam stuff. Though, that does kind of commit to being hit by Ragavan. I'm just going to pass with my interaction up. I don't feel safe yet. Getting hit by Rag isn't game over, but I would prefer to avoid it. Okay, we're in combat. I'll bolt this thing. They're scamming it. I'm Spell Piercing that. And it's in the graveyard. Cool. Spell Pierce got value. We did it. And if they shove a Fury here, I think I have to Subtlety it. Alright, Ragavan's fine. Fine enough, anyway. Another Steam Vents. I love that. Okay, DRC. Now I can Preordain. Can I get Delirium? Preordain. I will leave that on top. I'm kind of interested in casting another one this turn. And then if I top here, I can play my land, Preordain that other DRC to the graveyard. Now I have Delirium. I'm bigger than Ragavan. And I'd like a blue card so I don't get Furied here. Cool. Top. I can Subtlety a Fury if I need to. Hope I don't. And if Ragavan hits me, the card they're getting isn't that good. Terminate. Okay. They get my Lightning Axe here with no targets. Ooh, new treasure token art. Haven't seen that one generated on MTGO yet. Expressive iteration. Let's find an answer to this rag. Not quite. Okay, I guess it's EI to hand. Spire Bluff Canal to the bottom. Exile Otawara. Play Otawara. And I think I have to unlicense Hearse. Just kind of put this shield up. I don't want to EI into... I don't want to cast Anticipate, is my issue. And there's no zeros in my deck right now. There's only one in the build anyway. Rag's doing his thing here. Please don't hit a good one. Hit Ledger Shredder. Yep, that's a good one. That would qualify. Though if I subtlety it, I get it. Okay, I'm going to subtlety this Ledger Shredder. I guess they can choose to put it on the bottom. Is that how this works? Probably. It's owner. Oh, I'm the owner. I would like this on top. This is bigger than Ragavan. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay. I can see something resembling stability at some point in my future, I hope. I can play Ledger Shredder and EI here. I have to draw and immediately discard whatever's on top of my deck, but then EI can start pulling me ahead. I would love for this to be a spell. It was not. EI. Can we find a land among them? Cool. Okay. Stern Scolding to my hand. Steam Vents on the bottom. Exiled Island. Okay, Stern Scolding can do some stuff. This Goblin Shaman can just smash into Ledger Shredder, unfortunately. Ragavan can't, though. Discarded 2 lands to Fable. They're getting paid over there. Yeah, if this Shredder was 2-4, this game would be very different. Oh no. Rag's attacking. Okay, I'll block. Not dead after all. You know that I have Unlicensed Hearse in play, right? Okay. In response to this trigger, Unlicensed Hearse, exiling Ragavan, and terminate. Okay, that was free. And using that taps them out of Land Fury. Ledger Shredder, okay. They're casting multiple spells. They also got me a Connive here. As much as I would love this Ledger Shredder to be 2-4, does Stern Scolding even matter? Like, they cast Grief, my hand's already bad. Bowmasters, it's really good against. Okay, I'm gonna leave Stern Scolding in my hand. That hurts. I'd love just some cantrip. Anyone at all. Just get the train rolling here. Come on, train. Let's roll. Oh, Arclight Phoenix. I'll cast that. Yeah, just put it into play. 3-2 creature. Good luck, opponent. Not actually good luck. Bad luck. Need you to lose. Quickly. They're going to be able to Splinter Twin me next end step. It's not really Splinter Twin because they only have 3 lands. But these Goblin Shaman tokens are going to generate a lot of mana before then. I can crew the Hearse with Phoenix. I don't have to lose a creature here if they send. And they didn't send. Alright. Exile, not dead after all. And a land. Right, deck. Cantrip, cantrip. Ugh. I'm not going to play Spire Bluff Canal. That's a connive. And now I'm a little worried about getting Splinter Twinned. Alright. We're finally rewarded for holding on to this thing as long as I did. Orcish Bowmasters is gone. Fetching in their end step. And now I am at risk of getting Splinter Twinned. I need to draw a removal spell. Exile the Bowmasters and a Blood Crypt. Alright, come on, deck. Just a Preordain to get it going. Get something started here. And Fable's not bad, but it also, I think it's a little too late. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. Let's see what they do here. Are they going to twin me out? They are. Okay. I've not done the math. They have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 2/2s next turn, and I have 3 blockers. I believe I am dead for Xaxes. I need them to cast 2 spells that don't kill me and let me connive into a removal spell. That was a haste creature. I need you to cast another spell now that connives me into an answer. I don't even think that's a thing. Okay. They got their Fables going before I did. I mean, they play more Fables than me. It makes perfect sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that is exactly enough attackers here, even leaving back the 2 real reflections. Yep, okay. I'm dead. Yeah, that was another game that came down to just like 1 card's worth of value. Like drawing those counter spells, I didn't really board out any cantrips, unless you want to count these otherworldly gazes. I guess they would have been a lot of action with Ledger Shredder in that late game. But just a Preordain or a Consider to get something started when we were both kind of not doing anything for a while there, just waiting for Fables to tick up. I think that would have flipped the script there, got me where I needed to go, and start being aggressive. Okay, on to the next round.
You come here to level up at Magic. To level up as a software engineer, check out the new YouTube series Dev Better, hosted by the founder of 7 Factor Software and Magic player, Jeremy Duvall. 7 Factor's small teams of high-performing engineers build custom mobile apps, APIs, and highly scalable systems for Fortune 500 companies and ambitious startups with great ideas. If you'd like to hire 7 Factor, or maybe join their team, contact them through their website at 7factor.io. And don't forget to subscribe to 7 Factor's YouTube for every episode of Dev Better.
I'm on the play for round 4. I'm going to keep this hand. It has the axe. I could kill a Fury if I need to, which apparently has been extremely important in all of my turn ones. I'm going to do the Bauble Me trick. I have both a fetch land and a not fetch land. More Considers. Yeah, that's fine. I'll hold on to that Consider. Draw that one. I have Phoenix and a discard outlet for it. Verdant Catacombs. All right, is it Yawgmoth or is it Blood Crypt? Where are we going with this? Hello! Pirate Spellbomb. Okay. This is like Jund Saga or something, or some like Asmo food deck. At least it's not Scam. I'm going to Consider in the end step. DRC, I will leave on top. I would like a threat to play to the board. Steam Vents, Dragon's Rage Channeler, and Preordain will give me Delirium right now before they untap with this Pirate Spellbomb. Gonna fire it. Firebluff Canal to the top. Manamorphose Canal, I like it. If they put a creature into play this turn, I can Manamorphose, Consider Lightning Axe, and have a Phoenix in play. Just drawing a card with the Pirate Spellbomb. Nice. And it seems unlikely they'll have a creature in play. Cookbook. I'd probably want to cast a Consider here. I have multiple looks at a Phoenix, and if I find one, I can put it into play. Preordain into the graveyard. Steam Vents into the graveyard. Draw EI. Play Spirebluff Canal. Yeah, I'll just attack here. The only 0 in the deck's already in the graveyard. No sense EIing from here. They did not activate Cookbook in the end step. That means they don't have the Daredevil. Oh, it looks like they don't have a second land at all. Give me that. I'm going to bolt them in the end step. I am interested in Velocity here. Finding a Phoenix would be great. Bowmaster, sure. That's a creature I can kill, and that gives me a Phoenix. Deal. Spell Pierce to the graveyard. I don't think I'm going to need that this game. And I would rather Lightning Axe on my own turn. Start with the axe because Bowmaster will otherwise punish me. Discard a Phoenix. Can we see another one here? Can we just do the thing one time? Oh. Manamorphose on top. Let's party. Manamorphose, EI is where this turn's starting. Who knows where it's going to end? Okay, they're just randomly making a food in response to that. I'm going to leave Manamorphose on top, though I'm pretty sure putting it on top and the bottom is the same thing here. Or top and graveyard is the same thing. I don't actually have any Storm cards. Gutshot, graveyard. Oh, I forgot about that one. I've been saying that Bobble's my only 0. That's just not even true. Expressive Iteration. Steam Vents. Yeah, let's keep that. I got more spells. A Scalding Tarn to my hand. Steam Vents to the bottom. Exile Consider. Now that I can do this without taking 2, I'll just do it that way. Come on, Phoenix. DRC to the graveyard. Fable to the top. I actually want that card. And Big Phoenix. It should be a 6/4 from all the spells I cast. Okay, opponent is dead on board and missed their land drop last turn, and I'm trying to imagine what they could do to reasonably come back from this position. I guess if they get a second Cookbook, find Asmo, they can kill a thing. Wow, Shocked and Blood Crypt. Or if they have a sweeper, that would do it. Main deck Anger the Gods. Thoughtseize, sorry, yeah, they just want to see more of my deck before they die. Okay, yeah. Out like a boss. Shockland, Thoughtseize from 5 life. Brotherhood's End seems important, certainly the artifact mode. Scolding does not get Asmo. It does get Bowmaster, though, a card that we have seen. Blood Moon versus the Urza Saga deck. They have some graveyard stuff with Unlicensed Hearse, but their graveyard stuff only matters if they have board stuff going on. And this deck is pretty set up to stuff on board stuff. I just really think Otherworldly Gaze sucks, and I'm going to board it out basically every round. I'm off this. If anybody works on this deck more in the future, I'll probably change that at the end. Gutshot hits the Bowmaster. I'll shave Bauble. I want the dress downs in for the sagas as well. Do I need both Blood Moons? Or do I want one in there just as a thing I can dig for to shut the door? Yeah, this is an amulet. I don't think I need both of them. Amulet, Tron, 4-color. I would have them in, but we can chill a little bit here. I'm going to keep... I have a powerful sideboard card, and I have a land and some cantrips. Duress. Well, I'm not going to have this powerful sideboard card for very long, unless they value Fable over it. Yep, Brotherhood's in, straight to the graveyard. The Brotherhood continues. And I'm just going to Preordain now, because the sorcery is harder to play around Bowmaster with. Bottom, consider top Ledger Shredder. Shredder is a way to get this Phoenix from my hand to my graveyard. It's also just a big creature that provides pressure. Pyrite Spellbomb. I don't lose to that. Ledger Shredder, too strong. I did draw land number 3, but because I have Fable, I don't think there's any consideration to waiting on Ledger Shredder. Like, I could wait a turn and then Shredder plus consider and get a Phoenix in the graveyard. But I already have a powerful 3-drop to play that also puts Phoenix in the graveyard. Cookbook. It's time to start cooking. If they play another spell, I get to connive. Nope, just pass the turn. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm just going to attack and play Fable. The Goblin just dies to Pyrite Spellbomb, but that's like an actual card you spent mana on from your hand. And the Goblin is just one of the 3 things that Fable does. Didn't Pyrite Spellbomb it in the end step? Oh, Cavern. Oh no, what is happening? Cavern on Giant. What Giant is this deck going to play? Oh no, what is this? Discard a card at random. If you discard a creature card this way, Cremator deals damage equal to that card's power to target player or planeswalker. Okay, this is just some Orkin Big O. Oh, this is an Emrakul deck. Discard a creature card this way, deals damage. Yeah, okay. Well, there's one card in their hand. Sick. All right. I know what's going on now. Alrighty. Subtlety's coming in. We've learned a lesson. Blood Moon also answers Cavern of Souls, but the red card in their deck actually is the one that killed me. I'm boarding out Gutshot if we're an Emrakul combo deck after all. I could also just stay above 15 life to the best of my ability. Mystical Dispute just as cancel, 3 mana, tap it. Lightning Axe probably can chill. I am going to bring in a Mystical Dispute here and just respect that as much as I can. Wow, that was awesome. Okay, I said I would keep a hand that protects its life total, but I'm lying. I'm just shocking in a Dragon's Rage Channeler here and then casting Preordain and trying to play my game. I've never seen anyone use Underworld Cookbook just as a way to get cards out of their hand to reduce variance of a random discard. That's really funny. Okay, Lightning Bolt, target my creature. If I Preordain now, I actually want to fetch first. So when I Preordain cards to the bottom, they don't end up shuffled back into my deck where I don't want them. Bottom Manamorphose, top Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce seems worth having here if I can knock out a Cookbook and then they don't get that selection. Suspended Profane Tutor. Okay, they are in on this, and I am a fan of them. Blooded Strand to the top. I will keep that card. Spire Bluff Canal. Wish I got rid of Flooded Strand now. I'm going to get Fable in while I still can. Profane Tutor pops next turn, and it's really hard to Spell Pierce that one. So if they pay for Spell Pierce, they can't really do stuff with Urza Saga. If they have a Bowmaster, I will be bolting that. Okay, get rid of this thing. And then I can discard cards. I think I get rid of Flooded Strand and Preordain. Just trying to swing for the fences a little bit there. If I attack them, I can play Murktide and hold up Spell Pierce. Then I lose my Goblin. Do I care if I lose my Goblin? I don't think so. No, I'm going to attack. Okay, that is handled. Murktide Regent. Not quite full size. They're fetching in response. Okay, Profane Tutor. If I spell Pierce this, they can pay, but then they can't do stuff with Urza's Saga. I am going to spell Pierce the Tutor. Just going to try to slow him down as much as I can after getting Nova Blasted for 15 last turn, or last game, from a position that I did not think I could lose from. They paid for the Pierce. That also means they can't float from Urza's Saga and get to 4 for the Cremator this turn. Profane Tutor resolved. They drew for turn. Now they get to do their Saga look. Cookbook is the get. Another Saga. Okay. It's happening. Bowmaster. Alright, that's just a card that's in play. And they put me to 15. And I drew Stern Scolding right away after they cast their spell. Expressive Iteration. Well, I guess I will put Island in my hand. Tarn on the bottom, exile Misty. Not really what I wanted from my life, but I am putting them to 9. They didn't Cookbook in the end step. That means they're not trying to reduce the variance in their hand for Emrakul business, or it means that their hand is all Emrakuls. This mana does not cast Kragwick Cremator, but their deck could be capable of anything at this point. I don't know what to believe anymore. They are dead on board, though. If they don't do something, I can make a copy of Murktide that's just a 3/3, but that's 10 damage in the air. Alright, they can make food in game 3, so they're not quite dead. But Phoenix kills that. So they are dead, they just don't know it. And no attack. I am going to fetch a tapped Steam Vents in the end step. Make sure my getting's good. Reflection's Awake. I'm going to cast Arclight Phoenix and try to kill my opponent. I can just go to combat, I don't even have to copy here. Is that better? Or no, I do have to copy because they can make a food. That's the whole thing we just talked about. I'm going to copy Phoenix, because if they have a removal spell here, I'd prefer it targets that. Okay. One of us looks pretty dead here. Who is it? They're making a food, discarding Yargle and Multani. Fuck yeah. I love this deck. They go to 12, which is less than I'm attacking for. Oh, that was tight. I did not expect to lose a league to Kragwick Cremator, discarding Emrakul today, but that happened. It caught on camera, you can't deny it. On to the final round. For the absolute best Magic the Gathering apparel on the market, check out the link in the video description to coalesceapparel.shop, and be sure to use the code BoshNRoll for 10% off when you check out. I'm on the draw in the final round with a hand that is not explosive, but Fable is exactly the kind of thing that would make this 5-lander palatable. I am going to keep this. It's possible we just get dumpstered, but also it's possible we hit our land drops and play a fun game. Another Blood Crypt. Welcome to Modern, kids. Shit. Well, I better draw Lightning Bolt or I'm in a lot of trouble. Cool, a Spell Pierce. That's what I asked for. Well, it was nice pretending we were going to have a good game. Even on the draw, this hand's fine, though. I just put the 1/3 in front of the rag. What do you get? Nothing. Exiled Otawara. If I could Spell Pierce a Fable here, that would be cool. Okay. They have Thoughtseize that I cannot Spell Pierce. Neat. Everything's coming up you. Yeah, they probably just take Shredder here. Unless they have a Lightning Bolt in their hand, then they don't care about Shredder. And a Dothy Voidwalker. Cool. I'll fetch a Steam Vents and probably take one more draw step and then die. A Scalding Tarn. Not helpful. I'll play the Steam Vents tapped, and I guess I have to try to keep playing the game. I do have like EI in my deck. I have removal spells. Things could happen or whatever, but miles behind, getting picked apart. Ragavan even got Thoughtseize ahead of my Spell Pierce. Just nothing going good for me here. They flipped a snow-covered island, and they passed the turn. Spire Bluff Canal, perfect. And it saves me some life, I guess. I'm going to play the thing and do the thing. This is what I kept my hand on this red of. And I'll pass the turn. All I can do is cross my fingers. Orcish Bowmaster, okay. Now I can't even really Fable effectively. We're cool, I'm done. And I could have mulliganed. Obviously that hand needed some help, but also that was the perfect scam curve. I don't know, best deck in Modern on the draw against them when they did exactly what they wanted to do. How bad am I supposed to feel about that? We've seen this plan before, and I'm still on it now. Let's-a go. On the play. I have a powerful sideboard card and a reasonable collection of spells to cast. I'm going to keep. I just realized Stone of Eric is a 1-drop. I thought it was 2. It's even better than I thought. Okay, we're not getting scammed here. I can bolt a Ragavan. We're chilling. Yeah, the whole time I thought this was a 2-drop, and I thought it was good there. So it's better than I thought it was. They're not going to Fury me here. I can kill a Rag. They can Thoughtseize me. Yep. Probably lose DRC here, unless they are holding a removal spell for it. Then they take the EI and play the long game. Okay, EI's gone. Another Spire Bluff Canal. Keep them coming. I hope they Thoughtseize me again. They're in for a treat if they do. Got a Polluted Delta. They know I have a removal spell in my hand. Bowmaster gets a tasty 2-for-1 even through the removal spell. Dashing Rag. That's interesting. And I probably just bolt it. I like the card selection. I like moving my life forward here and having something in play more than I like trading this and holding bolt for their next thing. I'll leave Subtlety on top. It will someday be good. Play another Spire Bluff Canal, and I will attack. I can sacrifice Stone of Eric, exile target player's graveyard, draw a card. That does put an artifact in my graveyard. I'm not at Delirium yet, and I kind of like the effect this card is having on the game. I'm not going to do that, just saying it's there. Dothy Voidwalker, okay. There's that one. Now nobody has graveyards. But our creatures don't interact with each other. And I'm representing Subtlety now. And you missed a land drop. Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. I can Subtlety this, and then I have a creature in play. Or I can just let it get exiled forever by the stone and lose my Otawara. I kind of like Subtlety here. I want to add to the board and just keep this going. This is not a good play, and if they had a better one, they would make it. This is going to go straight to the bottom of their deck, guaranteed. Yep, straight to the bottom. Fury, okay, that's shitty. And the Fury's gone, but now there's a Subtlety in the Void, if they want that. Pitched another Fury to do this. Okay, my creatures are gone. That was a 3-for-2, but that doesn't matter because I'm behind in top decking at this point. Spell Pierce. Yuck. I can Otawara their Voidwalker to take some pressure off. I can Spell Pierce something. I do need some cards and some action, though. In a bit of trouble right now, as usual. I've been saying that a lot this league. I don't even want to crack Stone to draw a card here because Bowmaster gets paid off of that. Just drawing lands now. My deck has Expressive Iteration in it. Please let me have one. I'm in the spot where I have to decide how many hits I'm going to take from this Dothy Voidwalker before I bounce it. It's just not even a good answer to that. I should have bounced it before fetching. I'm doing both here. And now that land is not in my graveyard. Okay, put that in your hand. Lightning Axe. Oh, there's a better answer to Dothy Voidwalker than the one I just used. Right in my hand. Right where it belongs. Oh, this axe costs 5 more. In my head, it costs 5 total. Ha 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 ha! Got him. That was not doing anything else. And I will go to my turn here. We did it. We survived long enough to start 2-for-1ing. A lightning bolt to my hand. Gutshot to the bottom. Exile Preordain. Cast Preordain. Bottom the land. Top the Shredder. And play Ledger Shredder. They might have a removal spell. It's fine. I have something on the board now. And 2 cards in my hand. They have 7 in theirs. One of them's Dothy Voidwalker. None of them are lands, unless they just drew one. Okay, they did just draw Blackleaf Cliffs. That would have been in play at any point before now, if they had at any point before now. Fable is what they got. This Steam Vents is a bummer. And I guess this could result in a double spell, but then I would just be looting one. I think I just pass here. Ugh, hate this. I can bolt the Goblin. I probably will when they move into combat, but I want to make them do other stuff first. They discarded Not Dead After All and Blood Crypt. Interesting, they missed their land drop for literally 7 turns, and now they're discarding lands. Beginning of combat, bolt the Goblin. I didn't attack because of the potential to dash a Ragavan. Dothy Voidwalker, that's in. And I can hardcast Lightning Axe next turn if I need to. Oh, I don't need to. EI in the Void. Is that something I want? Well, it's happening. If they try to kill Shredder in response, I can Axe and Connive. Okay, another Shredder. Sick. I think I want Preordain in hand, Lightning Bolt on the bottom, play Shredder. Backup Shredder. Connive's the first one. I can Lightning Axe the Voidwalker now. That way nothing ends up in the Void. Though that barely matters. If I pass priority, I can see if they have... Shit. Here I am saying that barely matters, and it's extremely important. I'm going to discard Preordain. By passing priority, I sniffed out that they don't have Bowmaster also. Okay, I'm going to just axe the Voidwalker now, discarding the Steam Vents. They can't scam it with the stone in play. Yeah, here's this Arclight Phoenix that would literally be in play right now if I had sequenced in a way that plays to Arclight Phoenix. Terminate. Okay. That is a thing that has happened. Kind of hope they thought sees me now. Fury is now hard castable. We are in... Once again, we are in a lot of trouble. Say it with me, class. Okay, gotta find a bolt again. Lightning Bolt. Dragon's Rage Channeler. It might be time to draw from the stone. Exile your graveyard and I draw a card. Gotta answer Fury here or I just lose. Well, that's not blank. It is exactly the correct size to chew up a Fury in combat and not die to the ETB trigger. I didn't play DRC because that dies for free if they copy Fury. So if I axe in response to my Connive trigger last turn, then they're at 5 right now, and I have Arclight Phoenix in play. And I am dead for Xaxes to this Dash Dragavan. And playing the DRC wouldn't have helped because it would have just died. All right, cool. Well, those are certainly some results. We defeated all decks that weren't Scam, and we lost all decks that were Scam. And as much fun as this is, does your deck beat Scam, or does your deck have a good plan against Scam? Are the first questions I ask of modern decks right now in the format. And right away, changes I'm going to make to the deck, +2 Fable, -2 Otherworldly Gaze. I just don't see the world where Otherworldly Gaze is worth the short-term spew that you get in order, like versus Fable the Mirror Breaker. This just does everything the deck wants to do, including put Phoenix in the graveyard, which it needs help with. We're not even playing the full boat of EI. So EI, Ledger Shredder, 4 Ledger Shredder, 4 Fable, 4 EI, and no Otherworldly Gaze. The card quality in this deck just increased dramatically. Lightning Axe, although it does enable Phoenix, is a really bad removal spell when you're not discarding exactly Phoenix to it. Though it does kill the Scammed Furies, which came up multiple times early and often in this league. One of Spell Pierce, a little random. One of Mishra's Bauble. I guess Mishra's Bauble and Gutshot giving you some high velocity EIs is worth considering. The Metamorphose might be too cute, but as a 2 of, I think it's fine. Feels Murktide Regent like a boss. Feels DRC Surveils like a boss. I like it. Even if it's not optimal, I like it. I like that it's a 2 of. Nothing stopping you from putting just Unholy Heats in this deck. If you don't like the Gutshot, the Spell Pierce, or the Mishra's Bauble, you can just do that. You could go 3 Spell Pierce, no Bauble, no Gutshot, 3 Pierce, have some interaction there. There are definitely flex slots here, including the Metamorphose. Morphose, Spell Pierce, Gutshot, Lightning Axe, the number of those you choose to play, and Mishra's Bauble are all flex slots. I would sideboard more for Scam. Subtlety is just an excellent card against Scam, and just a solid card in the format, good against Primeval Titan strategies, good against Omnath, Elemental nonsense. I like more of that in the deck. The sideboard Spell Pierce I'm off of. Flusterstorm and Chalice do a great job answering specifically the Cascade decks, which are annoying and you do need to respect. Cast in the Fire good against Hammer and the One Ring itself. Mystical Dispute good against Teferi Time Raveler. I'm going to add another subtlety here, and I'm going to leave that there. I think the main deck card quality just went way up. Just play 4 of all your best cards. Ledger Shredder, Fable, and EI are the best cards in this deck. And just adding another important piece against the scam puzzle. And you could go deeper. You could play as many cards as you want to beat that deck. Because we 100%ed all other opponents and 0%ed that opponent. And that is a result worth adjusting your deck to change. Toast Malone, thank you for sending me this deck. I love some Phoenix. I love some Izzet tempo in general. And this was a lot of fun. I hope these changes move you and your friend, closer to having this deck where you want it. Everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the Patreon, and I will see you next time.